You make women respect you by being a person who's worthy of respect, the same way you make a man respect you. I really think that if society respects you, females will respect you by an extension. And there's lots of ways you can do that. Obviously, having money helps with that. Having a good job helps with that. Having a nice apartment, nice car obviously helps with that. Being in good shape helps with that. Being smart, being witty, all these things help. But this is the reality of life as a man, is that you have to build your value. People say to me all the time, oh yeah, Tate, you get girls. I said, I got girls because I became a kickboxing world champion. That's thousands of hours in the gym. I wasn't born with some magic. I'm not Ron Jeremy. I wasn't born with some tool. It's like, I had to do it myself. So you have to build it as a man. This is just the unfortunate reality. If you're not prepared to do any work at all, you're gonna suffer. And this is the reality of life as a man. Have to build it. As a man, I've always said this all the time. I say, if you're living a life of purpose and you're getting your stuff done, you're gonna see beautiful girls on, I wouldn't say accident. You're gonna run into girls. You can see a girl in Starbucks. You'll see a girl fucking, I don't know, or McDonald's, whatever. And if you've got enough game, you can go say hello. Absolutely, yes. But I think that's completely different than dedicating, blocking off a week of your life to walk around in circles. I think that's a different thing. I'll approach any beautiful girl I see. You can't hack having a personality. You can't trick a girl into thinking you're something you're not. If you want a woman to really respect you, then be a man worthy of respect. It's really that simple. And on top of that, one of the easiest ways to be a man worthy of respect is to refuse to take disrespect. I see so many guys who let women disrespect them all day long. I think we all agree women shit test men. And you have to be able to handle that and deal with it in a very, conservative way. Obviously, you can't flip out and be crazy. But I've been on dates with girls where they've just pushed it too far. I've been sitting there and they're like, oh, guys like you think this and blah, 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 just insulting me basically. After about 5 minutes, I was extremely polite. I said, look, I'm sorry. You're an independent woman, so you can pay for your food. I'm uninterested in speaking to you any longer. I'm leaving. And when I left, I've never had a girl chase me so hard, because it's just a man who told her to fuck you. Don't disrespect me. I'm not taking you on a meal to be disrespected. And guys take this crap from girls all the time. I see it all the time. Girls making fun of them, or girls on a date, or a girl talking to other guys while she has a boyfriend. I mean, I know the modern world says that's cool. To me, that's absolute disrespect. You're with me and you love me and you want to text this dude all day, and I'm supposed to sit here and let you? She's testing your caliber as a man. Mm-hmm. You either stand up and say, get out my house and I never want to see you again, or stop texting that guy. And if you don't stand up as a man, it's only a matter of time till she sucks some other dick anyway. I mean, this is the harsh reality of the world. I've been in this game too long. I've seen it. I've seen it over and over and over again. My view, and this is why I'm seen as an extremist, is that my view, the only happy relationship that can possibly exist is with a man leading and a man in charge. Any other relationship is always misery. If someone breaks, I'll ask you a question. If you're laying in bed with your girlfriend and someone breaks in the house, who has to go downstairs and risk their life to defend the other? We do. So if I ask you for a cup of coffee at dinner and you want to complain, to me, I'm like, so I have to risk my life if someone breaks in here. Someone tries to rape you on the street, I'm the one who's going to die protecting your honor, but you have a problem making a cup of coffee? Like, my view on if I say,
so you're saying you think it's a double standard?
Yeah, it's absolutely a double standard. And if I said to my girl, can you make me a cup of coffee? And she said no, I just find that extremely disrespectful. I'd say, okay, well, if you're not going to make me a cup of coffee, I don't see the point in this relationship. Because authority, this is the thing. Responsibility and authority are linked. And this link has been broken. If you're responsible for someone or something, you have authority over someone or something. If you're responsible for, let's take a child, you're responsible for that child's safety. You have the authority to tell that child not to put his finger in the plug socket. How can you be responsible for something if you don't have authority over it? A captain of a ship has responsibility for that ship. So he has authority over everything on the ship, because if the ship sinks, it's his fault. So if I have responsibility over a woman, I have to make sure she's taken care of, her physical needs are met. If she has financial needs, they're met. I'm a man, emotionally, I'm her rock if she gets upset. I'm responsible. I have no problem being responsible. My problem is if I'm responsible without the authority I deserve. So if a captain is responsible for the ship, but all the shipmates told him to fuck off and didn't listen to him, why would he want to be captain? How can he possibly do his job? If I'm responsible for the girl in the relationship, then I deserve the authority that comes with it. I'll make sure you're fine. I'll take care of you. I'll make sure you have the nice shoes if you want nice shoes. I'll give you nice birthday presents. I'll keep you safe. I'll protect you. But if I want a cup of coffee, I expect you to make me a cup of coffee. Because with the responsibility comes authority. If you're in a relationship where you have all the responsibility, but no authority at all, then you're screwed. Then what's the point? What are you adopting it for? What are you adopting the responsibility for? And this is what a lot of women try and get out of their men. They want their man to be responsible for them and all their problems, but they don't want to listen to anything. That's an unfair exchange. I'm not going to be responsible for anything without authority. If a girl won't listen to me, I don't consider myself responsible for her. And therefore, she can piss off and go be a hoe. If I'm responsible for you, then you're going to listen to me. Responsibility and authority are absolutely linked. And that link has been broken. And that's why a lot of men are in relationships they don't understand. I have guy after guy message me saying, I don't know what to do. My girlfriend's talking to this guy. He's her friend since school. I'm like, bro, you better tell her to get out the house or stop talking to that guy. He's like, oh, but she might leave. If she chooses to text another guy over live with you, how long is it till she fucks him? Like, you want to start a countdown timer? Like, it's really simple to me. And maybe because I'm so black and white with it, people think my advice won't work. But I say, look, maybe she walks out the door and you just saved yourself a whole bunch of time, because it was sooner or later, that's all she was going to do anyway. If you have no authority over a woman, then the whole thing's fucked. And that's my very basic view. And like I said, I've been doing this a long time. As soon as they wouldn't listen to me about something, then they had to go, because I don't think a relationship can work any other way without a clear leader. Name something in life that's 50-50. Anything. Name a corporation where everyone has the exact same stake. Name the military. Name something that functions and works 50-50. Nothing. There's always a chain of command. And if the woman's in charge, she's going to resent you. So that by default means it has to be the man. So you have to make her respect you and take charge of the relationship and keep things under control. That's my view of it anyway. In my experience, if a woman can see you have ambition and you're genuinely pushing hard, then she'll be fine. Now, what a woman doesn't want is a guy who's in X place and isn't trying to get anywhere else. But when I was a struggling fighter and I couldn't pay the rent, I was banging girls left, right, and center. And they were loving me and they were loyal to me.
Because why?
I think it's just because they could see I had drive and they saw I was a safe bet and I was going to get somewhere and they respected me. This is the basic dynamic of male females. If a woman respects you, she wants to have sex with you. It doesn't matter if a woman likes you. It doesn't matter if a woman, when I said earlier, women hate me. I have women who dislike me, but they respect me. And this is the thing. You see it all the time in relationships. Oh, me and my wife, we love each other, but we have problems in the bedroom. Yeah, because she loves you, but she doesn't respect you. She doesn't want to get fucked by a guy she doesn't respect. So how can you provoke respect from a woman? Well, money is one way of doing it, because money provokes respect from the world. But they respected me anyway because I was a dedicated individual who tried very hard. I'm a smart guy. You know, I had ambition. I was in good shape. They already respected me. If a woman respects you, it's fine. So this is what your number one goal is. If you're saying, how do I get women to like me? Forget like. Women don't need to like you. Women don't even need to love you. If women respect you, they'll have sex with you.
Here's the issue. Typically, in the olden days, men gave attention to a woman to get sex, and the woman gave her sex back to keep getting the man's attention. That was the exchange. Attention, sex, attention, vice versa. Now we live in a world where women get attention for just existing. You could be basic. If you put a picture on Instagram, you're going to get a bunch of likes from a bunch of dudes, and your inbox is going to be filled. So male attention no longer has value. So what does a man have to give to get girls? Usually in the olden days, a man gave his attention to get girls. That no longer works. So now what works? Well, either you're a super high value male where your attention is super valuable, like famous, or you have a bunch of money. And that's what the top 20% is. In many cases, those two things go together. They're a celebrity or a famous athlete or something. But that's what's happening. So now women are sitting around going, okay, well, I get hit up by basic dudes all day. I want something special. It's like, young lady, you ain't special. But they still believe they need it. So you're a normal dude living a normal life. You're stuck with the fucking scrambles. And now it's all messed up. I teach dudes how to get girls. And the first thing I teach them is you need to reattach value to your attention. Because attention has no value. You need to do something to weaponize your attention again to get her to interact with you, but you don't stand a chance.
I think Instagram is the number one thing that nobody talks about in the dating space, and how it's completely changed everything. It's globalized the sexual dating market. If you were a beautiful girl from Moldova 10 years ago, you were trying to get the most desired guy in your town in Moldova. If you're a beautiful girl from Moldova now, you're on a yacht in Dubai because some sheikh has inboxed you because you have 250,000 followers. The whole sexual marketplace has been globalized. to the point where anyone who's genuinely a 9 or a 10, you can look at these girls and you look and you see their travel schedule. You're talking about $1 million a year, the place these girls are going. They ain't got a job. And it's easy for everyone to go, oh, they're prostitutes. You know what? In my experience, and I have extensive experience with many of these girls, they're not prostitutes. They just get fucking irresistible offers. Hey, do you want to come to Dubai? No, I don't want to be left with you. It's creepy. Okay, bring 5 of your friends. Here's a hotel room. Here's a return flight so you know you can get home okay. Here's a rental car. We'll meet for dinner on one of the days. Maybe we'll get along, maybe we won't. These sheikhs will blow 30 grand and fly her and all her friends out just to see, and then they'll have one date and then they don't get along, and they don't care. The money being thrown around at these chicks, it doesn't matter to them. So these girls at that kind of level, I mean, I was in, like I said, I live in Romania. Next door is Moldova. It's the poorest country in Europe. I know girls there who are traveling the entire world. Instagram has changed the game, and it's changed it to a point where the idea of some 10 who's like humble and doesn't really know her own value and just wants a nice man, that is long gone. This is the basic dynamic, is that men's attention no longer has value. In the 1950s and 60s, if a girl got the attention of a good-looking guy, it meant something. Because how many times can she get the attention of a good-looking guy? She walks down the street, whatever. In the world of Instagram and Facebook and social media, a girl's getting blown up. So what does your attention have? Your attention has no value. So the way you give it value is, one, becoming a higher value man, but another way you have to make sure your attention has value is you don't throw it away. This is why I see all the time, I get message after message from guy in the friend zone. I'm like, what? The friend zone is basically, I'm giving away all my attention without getting any sex in return. Because this is the basic dynamic. The basic dynamic is men give attention to get sex, and women give sex to continue to get your attention. This is the basic, this is how it should be. The women sleep with me, otherwise I won't talk to them anymore. And I talk to the women so they'll sleep with me. This is a very basic if you break it down. So if you're throwing all your attention away without getting sex in return, what value does your attention have? Zero. And this is how you end up, because it suffers from inflation like anything else. And this is how you end up with guys who are buying presents, taking girls on holiday, doing everything for them, but their attention is so low value that it means less than one text from me after 3 months. Women are absolutely and utterly motivated by fun and attention. Those two things. If you can give a woman, if a woman has a lot of attention and a lot of fun in her life, she's uninterested in anything else. So when I say women aren't money motivated, what I mean is they don't want to make their own money. And I know this from experience. If I had a girl who would sit down and make, let's say, $1,000 in 2 hours, I'd sit and think, okay, you can make $10,000 a week. She'd think, I only have to work 2 hours and have the rest of the week off. They have a completely different attitude towards being rich. They want a rich man because they want fun, but they don't want to have their own money or pay for things. They don't care. They just want fun to be facilitated. They're uninterested in the cost of anything. Yeah, I've done this many times with very many beautiful girls. I've been on boats in Dubai with supermodels. I've had girls in my Lamborghini. I've done, because I've got a bit of money. And I've said to them, how much do you think this costs? They don't even know. They don't even know how much a Lambo costs. They don't know how much a boat costs. They don't know how much the dinner is. They don't know that the table in the club is $5,000. They have no concept of money in the way a man has concept of money, because it's just provided for them at the top. If they're top level, they have no idea what money even is. They're not going after the cash. They're going after what the money provides. So they're going after a guy who has the ability to take a time off work to go skiing. They're going after a guy who has the ability to fix their problems if they have a problem. They're going after a guy who has status or is high power or someone that makes them feel important standing next to. They don't actually care about what's in the bank or how much you spend. And you can look at guys who are unable to provide security, but they give a girl lots of fun, like the gardener who's banging the old rich wife. So I think women are just completely and utterly motivated by their emotions, and if you can spike an emotion in them one way or another, then you're going to be able to affect her in a positive way. I think I've said this time and time again, even if a woman hates you, you're in a better position than if she's apathetic towards you. Women are generally apathetic towards men. They ignore men, they don't answer their messages, they don't care about anything. If you can get any emotion out of a girl, even if it's hate, you're going to be all right. Like, I have plenty of girls I sleep with who I'm sure hate me. You can do anything you want to a woman except bore her. And this is absolutely a fact of life. You look at these girls who stay in these abusive relationships. I'm not going to say anything crazy, but it's true. Why do they stay so long? Because I don't buy that. I was forced to stay for 10 years. You were at the grocery store every day. You could have called the police anytime. Why did you stay for 10 years? Well, maybe it's sick. Maybe there's something wrong with you and there's something wrong with him. But one way or another, there's some kind of emotional response there that you were enjoying, the extreme jealousy or the fact that he was so obsessed with you, or there's something about certain toxic relationships that even women enjoy. This is the reality of nature, of human nature. And if you can provoke an emotion in a female, no matter what it is, and I'm not saying it's easy to do, but if you can provoke an emotion, you're always going to be better than if she's bored or you provoke no emotion. That's when she's going to absolutely and utterly disappear.
Being a romantic doesn't make women lose respect for you. Let me explain something to you about the world. Most people, most of you motherfuckers are lame. Most of you dudes are lame. Because but this is the truth. Women, please, if at any point I'm wrong, interrupt me. There is a cool way and a lame way to do everything. Mm-hmm. There's a cool way to be a romantic and there's a lame way to be a romantic. Yep. There's a cool way to want to fuck and there's a lame way to want to fuck. You ever met one of them dudes who's just lame?
Lay there?
And there's a cool way to be horny and a lame way to be horny. Like if you're one of them Indian dudes blowing up the inbox saying, "Hey baby, show me your vagina." that's not the cool way, right? There's a cool way to do it and there's a lame way to do it. There is a cool way to be a romantic and a lame way to be a romantic, along with every other activity in the world. 100%. When I say these things, I think people misunderstand me. When I say these things, I say them for a very particular reason, because a lot of men, a lot of dating, etc., think being an alpha male is coming along saying, "I'll fuck any bitch, I don't care about no bitch, blah, blah, blah." Yes. The entire world, human civilization, has always been based on a man loving a woman. That's all it's been based on since the dawn of human time. A woman loved a man, she risked dying in childbirth, and a man loved a woman, he risked being eaten by wolves to protect her and the child. This is how humanity was formed. This is how civilization grew. Mm-hmm. And to think just because we've reached a peak where we can get to a point now we're saying we can all just fuck and nobody likes nobody, and all we do is have sex, and if she sits in a certain way when we have sex, then wow, I'm gonna be amazed, I think is immature. I think it's churlish, and I don't think it's true. At my point in my life, and any man who's serious about the game is looking for a woman who truly loves him, and a woman he can truly love with security inside of himself, to say, you know what, if I love this woman, if she leaves me, it's gonna hurt me, right? But I don't think she will. And for that reason, it's that thing every man's looking for. If you're truly a player, you're a player tearing through chicks to find a good one, not just to have endless, pointless sex with women. I don't understand the advantage of that. Mm-hmm. I don't see the point of it. Right. And I think male love, man, women together, family, etc., is a beautiful thing that's been forgotten in the modern world. So no, to answer the question, no, there's nothing lame about being romantic unless you're a lame motherfucker to begin with. If you do it right, a woman's gonna absolutely love you being a romantic. It's nothing to do with the act, it's to do with you as an individual. This is the mistake. We live in a world where it's all black and white. Yeah. I can be completely head over heels in love with you, right? I can be completely head over heels in love with you. But if you overstep the mark, I'll still say, get the fuck out of my house. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I have limits as an individual. Right? That's just saying I have boundaries that must be respected as an individual. Just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to be a pussy. And just because you don't love anybody doesn't mean you're a man. Mm-hmm. There has to just be a point where you say, okay, I'm with this woman, she behaves this way, I behave this way, we're happy together. Okay, she's being a fool, then fuck her. And you can just get rid of her. I don't understand why there's all this black and white. Everyone's trying to say, oh, you love a bitch, you're a pussy. If you don't love nobody, you're a G. That's not how the world actually works. I've had women I've loved with in my entire heart. I was completely head over heels with love with them, and I tilted them to fuck off. That's how you gotta be as a person. That's just boundaries, right?
Stand your ground.
You gotta stand your ground. That's just boundaries as an individual.
My understanding is very simple. The end goal, everyone wants a girl who's fiercely loyal to them. I mean, fucking girls is fun, but if I go to jail, I want a girl who's waiting for me. If I get sick, I want a girl who comes and nurses me in bed. If I want kids, I want a girl who's gonna be proud of her husband and proud of the children she's raising. I mean, banging hoes is fine, but there comes a point where you're gonna want something more than that. So if you're going to truly succeed with women, you need to, sleep with a lot of them, but you also need to get that deeper connection with women where it gets to the point where you can say, you know what, babe, I'm going to jail 6 years for locking me up, and she'll visit every week. That's what every man truly really wants, I'd like to think, at least.
Loyalty is what you're saying.
Yeah, loyalty, because if a woman's not loyal to you, what other value does she have? What value is a non-loyal woman? And this is a genuine question. You're fucking some girl, she's fucking someone else. Like, what value is she? Sex? Is that it? Like, are you so desperate that you have to bang something that everyone else bangs? Without loyalty, a woman's worth absolutely nothing. A woman needs to give loyalty or she has no value at all. So that's my number one goal from a woman. All I want is loyalty. I'm uninterested in nearly anything else. I don't care how pretty you are, how much you cook, clean, how nice you are. If you're not going to be loyal to me when times get tough, then you ain't worth shit. And this is the reality of the world now. As a man, I say this all the time. The only reason I slept with so many girls is to find the good girl. I never wanted to be a pickup artist who wanted to sleep with lots of girls. I was never a particularly freaky dude who thought, oh, I want to sleep with 1,000 girls. I didn't care. My view is very simple. If I told you to find the best apple you could, you need to go bite a lot of apples. If you bite 3 apples, what's your odds of getting a fantastic apple? As opposed to the guy who's bought 1,000. So I say this all the time to guys. They say, oh, I just want to be happily married. I say, if you want to be happily married, you better become a player first. You better tear through some chicks. You better learn how to deal with shit tests. You better you better go through so many breakups. My friend, I've been through so many breakups, they don't even cross I can break up with you. I can break up with a chick. I forget 10 seconds. Like, you gotta go through so much shit that you become so anti-immune to it that you're an expert at the game. And then you're gonna have a girl who's a solid 9 or a 10, who will ignore all the famous people, who will be loyal to you even though you're not physically loyal to her, who will obey you, who will cook, who will clean, who will do as you say, who will let you lead. But you're never gonna get there unless you tear through a whole bunch of girls. This is the reality of the world we live in now. So my whole idea, the whole benefit of being a player is to be excellent at the next stage. That's kind of how I see it. And I don't think a lot of players see it that way. Because eventually you're gonna want family and kids. I mean, maybe you won't, but I do. I mean, I wanna pass on my genes. I want sons. I want people like me. So the whole point of being a player is just to level up so that when it gets to the marriage shit, I know for a fact, friend, and you can call me naive, if I go jail, my girl ain't leaving. I know if I marry her, she won't divorce me. I'm never gonna get divorce raped. She's never gonna leave me. Like, I know, because I know this game, and I know that when you have a woman's soul completely locked, that's it, it's done. But it's getting there, and that takes experience, and this is the reality of it. You're not going to be able to work that out after 1 or 2 chicks.